Wednesday. You know the Flex Zone is back. Welcome to the Flex Zone, the place that you can get your sports how you want it, when you need it. I'm your host, Mikkel Ramos, and in the building, it's always the usual suspects. They're ready this week. We got a little bit of NFL. We're going all NBA this week. I think things should get pretty interesting. But first, let's say hello to them. D, Andre, Byron, Roger, Cravante. Hello.
What it do?
How's your week so far, fellas?
It's going well.
The week doesn't start to the Flex Zone.
That is true. There you go.
Very true.
Speaking of a week starting when the Flex Zone starts, this man has coined the phrase, when the Flex Zone calls, he comes. And in the building, no longer a special guest, part of the crew, another just important person on our crew, Brian, emphasis on the H. Brian H. Waters is here.
What's going on, peoples?
What's going on?
B-Dubs. Duty, my bad.
The Call of Duty.
I said double duty.
Oh, I said Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I can't see you. Let me move this.
I'm
very
getting
unfortunate.
live coverage fed in, so I'm doing that while working the Flex Zone, because when the Flex Zone calls, you got to answer.
Oh, my gosh. We need
right.
coin. Can we
somebody
need
put that
a
on a
shirt
t-shirt
with
or
that?
something.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Put that on the Flex Zone promo.
We need one. We need it on a t-shirt or something. Please go to like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us and comment on Twitter, Periscope. Hi. Please get my good side. Good side. Okay.
Oh, my gosh, Steve.
I'm not a diva. Snapchat and Instagram at the Flex Zone 1. You have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, send us an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Flex Zone can also be heard on SoundCloud and iTunes. One last thing. No, I'm going to do this first. Social media. Dre, you're up first. How can the people get to you, man?
Twitter and Snapchat, Be More and Show Off, IG, Black American Dream, Black History Month, y'all. And on Facebook, Andre
like
Melton.
Black History Month. No offense.
No,
Cravante,
not
go
taken.
ahead.
Black and I'm proud. My sister just seen Race this weekend, so I'm down for the cause.
Just wait for him to finish. That's all I'm doing.
You know why I'm here.
Where's the dashiki? Anyways, go ahead, Cravante.
Crevante Hurd, CREVONTE HURDE. That's Facebook and Twitter. And Instagram is Crevante_H.
Byron.
At BKD_TV, at BKD-TV.net.
Brian, the H, the Waters. Where can they find you, my brother?
At Brian H. Waters on Twitter.
I think you like that. Anyway.
Yeah. On Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook. It's just Brian H. Waters. Like my fan page, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And he is the man behind everything that is Fox Sports for us. So he's a genius. Anyways, D, hello.
Well,
you look snazzy.
What's going on? All right.
Look like he works for the corporation.
No chance.
Corporate D.
No chance.
On Facebook, the Moss Analyst D. The Twitter, as I like
You
to
look
call
like
it.
you should have like a suitcase with like money in it.
I
Like,
think he does in the
baby.
corner. He's got a big camera in it.
The Flex Zone 1 and my YouTube page, Dodge Sport Network.
Woo, that new?
Oh, it's been around.
Okay.
Been around.
I'm just hearing this. Okay. Roger, hello. Is that teal? That's
Yes,
nice color on you.
it's
Brings
very
out
colorful.
the
It's
chocolate.
really nice.
Chocolate. I like that. Go ahead.
You know,
Same bring out your
Chocolate.
eyes next
Chocolate.
but you
Y'all
can,
not spell y'all know what chocolate is in Spanish? Anywho,
I know you like chocolate.
I was trying
But anyways.
to be nice about it. Go ahead.
Anyways, you can catch me on Facebook
live,
at
Kamal?
Roger Lee Herring. You can catch me on Instagram at Herringmore. And you can also catch me on Twitter, although I don't be on Twitter like that. But if you want to catch me on Twitter, you can. At Roger Lee Herring.
Oh, come on, bro.
As long as he goes last, I don't care.
Okay, and you can find me on Facebook. That's Mikkel Ramos, MYKEL. Wait, MYKELL. Last name Ramos. And on Instagram and Snapchat at Mikkel Shade is MYKELLSADE. Okay, you, my friend, we need some help. There's this whole Amazon link thing.
Oh, yeah. For all my Amazon users out there, Amazon goers, on the Fox Sports 1340 AM website, there is an Amazon link where you get various amount of discounts on different items I'm sure you will all love. And I believe it's 20% now. Not sure if it changes daily, but I think it's about 20% now. Discounts, we love them all.
Cervantes fun facts, which you have some for us after we get out of this NFL segment. We're all
NBA.
you, baby.
Yeah, NBA.
NBA.
Yep.
Twitter poll. I think I'm gonna give it to him now. Let y'all marinate on it. Next show we'll give the results. Derrick Rose, a Hall of Famer? Question mark.
Too soon.
Question mark.
We starting with that?
No, I mean Twitter poll, but
Oh, okay.
for the people. It's not for y'all.
Oh.
For the people.
Beautiful.
All right. Not much NFL left to discuss. Hey, Shady's off the hook. That was great to hear from me. He
For
shouldn't
now.
even be fighting cops anyway, but the cops started it. So I guess he's off the hook. Anyways, one man that's not off the hook, Peyton Manning.
Oh.
Now, you heard our In Between the Zone, but we never got a chance to fully talk about it in its Wednesday mode. Hypothetically speaking, testicle or non-testicle?
Oh. Touchy
Touchy-feely?
Touchy-feely pay.
Testicle, though?
Don't
Wait
you
a minute.
disrespect that man.
Hey, look.
Hey.
We ended that.
No, we're
with
not
the
talking
last
about him on the
Super
field.
No,
okay?
when he does stuff like that, you can say Pepe.
That's right. Thank you.
Oh, my
Thank
God.
you
Well-
very much.
Long story short,
Right.
he sexually assaulted a woman when in his Tennessee days, his young days. It was pushed under the rug by the school, paid off. The woman was paid off. Rehashed in a book by him and his father, paid off again, and now it's resurfaced now at the point of his career where he could have been the grandest guy ever to play the game with nothing and no skeletons, no nothing. I'm concerned. Do they have anything out on me out there?
On you?
Or we won't
Wait till you
find
make it
out
big.
till
Wait till you make
later.
it big. Wait till you make it big. They gonna find some
They're
stuff.
going to find something.
They gonna
Anything
find
that's in
something.
your phones right now, can y'all please delete it?
iCloud. It's not gone.
Oh,
Even that's
my-
not safe.
It's
now.
on the
Oh
cloud.
my gosh. Well, anyways, as a result, I don't know if you guys were paying attention today. Tennessee had a press conference addressing, because this is not the first incident that there's been sexual assaults at Tennessee. They've just brushed them on the rug. So they basically had a press conference to say that women are safe on their campuses at this point.
Blah,
To basically say,
blah.
maybe we should ask Pat Summin in the whole. Well, anyway, go
Oh man.
They just-
She
women's
should
They just left the
basketball.
top
jump into
25.
this. See what if she jumps into this? Oh man.
Yeah, they just left
I
the top
mean,
25.
hey, that's the besides Peyton Manning, that's their greatest claim to fame, right?
Yeah.
Lady Vols.
Absolutely.
Pretty
No,
much.
not this year.
Well, yeah, it's kind of falling the wayside.
Yeah.
I miss Bruce, though.
SEC woman
Yeah, I'm about to say
conference
Bruce.
is
But
tough.
D, I have to ask you first. I mean, you've been the greatest of Peyton Manning non-supporters as such.
Yes.
What are and when I say this, I'm giving you the green light, but giving you the green light in a little bit.
Okay.
Because the smile on your face says, I get to talk bad about Peyton Manning.
Just remember, you be respectful.
I'm being very respectful.
What are
I
your
ain't touching women.
thoughts on these accusations on Peyton Manning? And what do they do as far as the legacy?
It does put a little blank on that legacy a little bit. I mean, he also had an incident with the Colts and a cheerleader years back too. So I just think it is kind of convenient that we are digging this out that he won the Super Bowl, but at the same time, wrong is wrong, and it shows Daddy Manning. We know when he wants his way, he gets it. And Tennessee definitely need to clean up what they're doing down there because it's not right, not just with the Peyton Manning situation, but with other situations, too. They need to get their act together.
Brian, Peyton Manning was as good as gold when it comes to personas in professional athletics. The most squeakiest of cleanest that you can ever get.
Right. It's disappointing. Somebody who was a huge Peyton Manning fan throughout the late 90s, early 2000s, well, whole 2000s pretty much. You just wonder, like, a lot of people try to dismiss it. Oh, it was old. He was a kid. Okay, what if that was your daughter, wife, or sister?
Exactly.
That's always going to be my question. And I answered that question with the Ray Rice situation. And my answer to that was she forgave him, so did her family. So in that situation, it was like, all right, leave it alone. I don't know with this young woman, I don't know what her status is about it. I do know, I believe they settled. He paid her off. But I don't. It's a crazy situation. It is convenient that it did come up after him winning the Super Bowl. I still think it would have came up regardless, even if they lost. I think it was going to come up with the fact that, him retiring. So I just think it's crazy. But nonetheless, it just shows you what you do eventually, and the dark comes out the light.
Speaking of dark coming to light, that brings me to the notion of social media here. Can't live with it, can't live without it.
As I'm on it right now.
Haunting experience, isn't it, Cravante?
Absolutely. Definitely can't live. You definitely can't live without it because, man, it's so much branding, so much marketing, and free. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. And you know what I'm saying, a lot of people made it big just off of Instagram, Twitter, become famous off of it. So it helps. But man, for these famous folks and these celebrities and these athletes, do not press send. Herm Edwards, where you at?
Right, big
Do
time.
not press send.
Where is
Right there,
TMZ
man.
Do
right
not
now?
press send, man,
press send.
because you are under a microscope already.
Where is TMZ right now?
Okay.
They there.
We're on
Oh.
TMZ, but we are on
We got
Periscope.
Periscope. Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Well, just remember, like, when we was all together watching the Super Bowl, I know I was angry that the Panthers lost. And I had to be careful. I don't know if you guys probably didn't, but I put my phone down because I was just that upset.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to hit send because, sometimes your emotions get the best of you. I wouldn't have. My phone was away from me when Billy Cundiff missed that field goal.
oh,
As
my
it should
Lord.
have. As it should.
Well, you probably would have broke your phone.
Billy Bundiff, as I call him.
Probably broke it. I would've broke it.
I mean, to be such a quiet guy as he's been, it kind of sort of feels like, and we want to talk about families, because when you talk about the Manning family, you talk about one of the most esteemed families in the NFL. But to what degree has his father caused his own son this horror story right now?
Apple don't
The
fall
book
far from
was
the tree.
the book was his idea, right? So at some
Yeah.
point, is Peyton being a puppet to his father, or is this how he's just like him, and we just don't see that side?
I know what they said about Peyton is the reason he came out with the story in the book is because he felt that he wanted to tell his side, so the book was kind of a way for him to fully explain what happened from his point
But we
of
would
view.
have never known. Again,
That's what
he did say. He didn't
Now
want
how
to tell
much?
the story.
Now I don't get it because
It's too
obviously he signed a confidentiality agreement.
No, look, I'm with you, bro.
So I don't know.
That's
Peyton
smart.
Manning is one of the smartest guys in football I know.
You
I'm
said
just-
it in football.
I'm
This
just-
isn't
I'm-
X's
look,
and O's.
I'm just going.
But I'm just saying. But playing the quarterback position is so much that goes into it, and he's mastered it. It's like everything else could be second nature.
Look, I'm just going by
Why are we
what
even
I
concerned
heard he
about
said.
making a point when at this point, not only did you build a whole organization,
You know what I think
and
it
the cult-
was? You know what I think it was? He was spiteful. He was mad and upset that she snitched on him, and he had to pay her off. Forget the confidentiality agreement. My dad's Archie Manning, and I'm a Manning. I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to do what I want.
But what's up with
Exactly.
these guys writing books? Like, it's Tuesday night. OJ
Oh, man.
Wow.
writing books.
Everybody, it's a way to catch some more. It's all about publishing, definitely. If you get that, you get in there. But everybody thinks they have a story to tell. Everybody thinks they have a story to tell.
In a land where the NFL has made a mockery of bad decisions in the last 1 or 2 years, where social media has played a big hand and kind of showing the world certain things. You never would have said anything about Ray Rice if we wouldn't saw what happened.
Nah,
Adrian Peterson, we saw the pictures. We have no recollection of this. However, Byron, why now? If you're going to tag these guys and make an example out of them, everybody should be held accountable at certain times, but not now, later.
Yeah, it's kind of like D said. It's kind of weird that it comes out after he wins the Super Bowl and you think that he's about to ride off into the sunset. Even though I think he's not going to retire, you think about it. Let's say this was maybe 10 or 15 years ago when he first came in the league. He has time to kind of rebuild that image, and people kind of forget about it in a sense. But now you look at it, he's in the twilight of his career, whether he retires or not. People always want to think about this. Yeah, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, but he's not perfect. He's not a choir boy. So, like Brian said as well, everything you do in the dark comes to the light. So it's kind of timing. Everything with the media, of course, is timing, as we all know. But it's kind of interesting to see. Of course, the statute of limitations are probably, much allowed it, but we'll see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day, Peyton Manning is still one of the all-time greats, and he probably made a mistake as a youngster, which, you got to learn from, and it seems like they didn't necessarily learn from it all the way.
Let me just say this before we conclude the segment. The same thing happened to Ray Lewis a couple years ago when Ray Lewis was winning the Super Bowl. They had brought up the past before he won the Super Bowl, and he had the murder case. So I mean, this type of stuff happens.
Don't you dare talk about pastor.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, this type of stuff happens when people enter the Super Bowl. They dig up old dirt on you.
And Ray Lewis still had like another 10 plus years to improve his reputation. Which
and
did.
even after he reformed his career, they still brought it up during his last Super Bowl run.
All I asked Kobe, this is one thing I asked. I mean, we legally saw the rape charge. We saw just let, I have to, every time we talk about this, I just please. I don't want to hear nothing, dirt. Man. I don't want to hear.
He's
nothing.
doing dirt by still playing.
Oh my God!
Hey.
Okay,
painful.
Lance Armstrong, Marion Jones, Alex Rodriguez, Peyton Manning. Or is he not in this list yet, Roger?
No, he's not on this list. He's not a cheater like those guys are. But
girls.
that's not what Al Jazeera said. But he denied.
I mean, Peyton Manning. His legacy is still going to be set. He's still going to be a two-time champion.
Have a legacy?
He's going to still have a legacy. But I mean, Archie Manning. Well,
who is really on my side?
Yeah, Archie is not.
Might not be
his
nationwide.
Archie set this whole thing up with the book deal, and it kind of fell flat 20 years later. Well, my bad, 16 years later. So, I mean, we're going to find out what's going to happen with Peyton Manning these coming months. I mean, is he going to retire? We don't know yet.
Let's address that. Let's address the X's and O's when we get back. I mean, and then we're going to get back to that. Why hasn't he made any statements about retirement? Shouldn't it be as self-explanatory as it is by now?
He still thinks he can play.
I think Denver's going to make that decision for him in a couple of days.
We're going to find out.
Well, some team will scoop him up.
Yeah, they have to cut him. How much? I think he's
20-some million. 20 plus.
20, yeah.
Upwards of 20.
And they need the room. They don't have a lot of cap room. They got to sign Von Miller. So.
Or they can franchise him, so they'll be okay with Von Miller. But Peyton Manning is the real key. They might can go back to back with Peyton. That defense is elite.
I say see you, Peyton.
Don't do it, man. Peyton Manning needs to retire because I like Byron said he's in the twilight of his career, and if he comes back and plays bad, all this is going to build up. All of it is going to build up. So you might as well. You just won a Super Bowl. Just peace out.
It gets no better than that.
Peace out.
Yeah.
You just went to Disneyland one last time. Just
Nice.
They'll probably try to do him like they did in Indianapolis and exit him out the back door and say, "Look, bro, you gotta go."
Peace out.
Poor guy. Is it
Nah, man. He messed up twice. And, yo,
I mean, if it wasn't for Peyton Manning, I mean, you bench Brock. You're not going to have a Hall of Famer on the bench, and then we lose to San Diego as such. And Peyton Manning just took it and ran with it. And took it and ran with it with the best defense in the NFL. But, I mean, who is he to deny their greatness and his come-up?
Not at all. I'm not mad at him for that. Not mad at him for that.
Not mad at him for that, huh? Well, Peyton Manning. I'll give you one last.
Yeah, Copperfield Pay.
Copperfield Pay. Really?
Or Peyton the Moon Manning.
Really?
All right, somebody stop this guy. Come on.
Peyton Manning
You know, I
is
mean, the
going
bottom line
to
is this.
go.
Peyton Manning he showed us that Eli's the better Manning. As a
Wow.
person.
Wow.
As a person.
As a person.
Wow.
I mean, you got to be cool.
Stone Cold Face
It's
Eli.
Stone Cold Face Eli. Love it. You know, your
Wow.
brother just scored. Like, your brother just sealed the deal.
Hey, Eli, your brother just won the Super Bowl and then gets allegations of sexual assault. How do you feel?
I feel
Hey!
great. I want an Oreo cookie.
I feel. In his straightest face, I feel. I
can't wait till somebody
I
asks
feel.
him about that. And I don't know if they did yet. I haven't
Somebody
seen it.
got to ask him about
But I
it.
can't wait till somebody asks him about that.
Oh, he's in New York, media capital of the world. They
Yeah.
gonna ask
I'm
him.
surprised no one's
Hey,
asked
I
him
mean,
yet,
did
though.
anybody? I mean, look how emotionless he was when they
That was
won.
too
He
funny.
was
That
like,
was too funny.
He was like, darn.
and Eli,
I mean, even Joe Flacco show personality.
the Manning family up there.
They all celebrating, and he's just like, oh, my goodness.
But he's
my
in the
brother
back.
just
That's
died."
the only
He's
thing
in
he
the
had
back.
over
That's
Peyton was those rings. Now he don't have them no more.
He looks like them one
Go
of the
back to the
memes
kids'
on
table,
Instagram.
Eli.
You see
Go
somebody
back to the kids'
grieving.
table. Go back
All
to the
right,
kids' table.
all right, Eli. It's been fun.
All right, go back
to
with
the
the
colorful
kiddies.
table.
Go back with Cooper.
Where's Cooper at
Shoot,
anyway?
Cooper living
He
the
was chilling.
life right now.
Cooper needs to
Cooper ain't
lay
a
low.
quarterback. Cooper, what?
Cooper needs to lay low because these quarterbacks is wilding.
Well, shout out to the Manning family, people. See, money and being just in the right circles. And Archie wasn't even that good of, was he?
No, he was no. He was a good quarterback.
However,
just on a sucky team.
He was on the Aints.
Yep.
Trash bags.
Nolans.
He had no
Nolans.
help. No help.
Owlins before Breeze,
he took
before
a
it was
beating. He
Breezy.
took a beating.
Yeah, he did.
Before Deuce McCosby, for all them guys.
Okay, so do we, in this segment, wishing Peyton Manning the best, or do we just wait for anything else that comes out sooner or later? Because
I'm
there will be
waiting.
more.
Hey, wait and see.
I just wish his health success.
In the words of Cavante, get your Hall of Fame speech ready, brother, because 5 years you going in.
And
In the
No
words of
doubt.
Byron, he gone.
He
Oh,
go.
no.
and we're gone, but not like that. We're coming back. We're going to take a break. But, like I said, Twitter poll, Derrick Rose, Hall of Famer, question mark. We'll be happy to hear from you. This is a Flex On. Like, normally I would tell you to come back, but where else would you go? I'm not going to. It's Flex On. We'll be right back. We're back. We're ready. Let's go, shall we? Bell. Anyways, NBA news, NBA trade deadline. Well, the minimalist trade deadline. Guess what? If you didn't notice, Dwight Howard went nowhere. Al Horford went nowhere. I heard Damian Lillard. I didn't know why. And let's see. Nobody really made any power moves. Jeff Green went to the Clippers. I don't know what they think is going to happen there. They still don't have enough. They don't have enough because DeAndre Jordan can't connect at the basket. I mean, how are you going to be a big man and you're trying to exploit Golden State on the inside and you can't finish at the basket with Klay Thompson on you? My brother.
He has
Make
a
it
nice
happen.
afro.
He looks like what's them dolls that used to be back in the day, the little dolls.
Oh,
little,
trolls?
Yes, he looks like one of them with like
He shoots
with
three-foes
a
like a troll,
different
all right.
color.
Oh, my goodness.
His is just black. Either that or I'm gonna put some water on his fro and it's gonna grow like a chia.
Here you go. Chia.
Dre.
Mike, didn't the trolls used to be on top of houses and stuff like bricks?
They were keychains and stuff and everything like that. I mean, hey, we're still rocking. NBA trade line, people. Your greatest, biggest winners and losers, but there was no anything really to
Wasn't
talk
really
about.
many
Did you
winners, losers. Orlando was a winner, I thought. Getting Brandon Jennings and the foreign guy from the Pistons.
Hey, I saw Aaron Gordon the other day.
Hey.
We're going to start seeing a lot of him now.
Yes,
aren't we?
indeed. He's a dunk machine, ain't he? Dunk machine.
Who would have knew?
Get your little 2 more years in Orlando. He'll be off somewhere great.
I thought Cleveland getting Shannon Fry
Fry.
was decent. You got somebody come off the bench when Love comes out and do similar stuff. But the biggest loser to me is the Raptors. You got to do
Had
something.
a chance.
Drake, where
they
you
needed
at?
to do something.
You
They
got-
needed something.
Aren't you tired of losing in the
They
first round by
needed
now?
something, and they did nothing. That was a big disappointment because the Raptors are definitely the second best team in the East.
Definitely.
And just I don't know what they needed, but they needed something, and they just left it.
Need another big
Left it
man.
on the table.
How do we feel about Anderson Varejao? The Warriors may be winning with
My
38
mans, my mans, he got out of there.
Shout out to
West Coast, what up?
To be honest with you, I thought the
Sideshow Bob said, peace.
I think the Warriors made out with that power move against Anderson
Anderson
Varejao.
A.K.A. Carlito.
Yes, Carlito. The Warriors are the best
Granted,
team in
he's
the
not the one in
NBA.
the past, but go ahead.
Warriors are the best team in the NBA. They don't have to worry about teams like the Rockets or teams like the Rockets or
Yeah,
the
pitch pine.
Kings or the
Ew.
Portland Trailblazers or none of those
Hey,
smaller
Dame
teams.
gave Steph 51 of it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did. They beat
They
him.
laid such an egg, but then they came back and
Yeah,
I like
came
how
back
they're
and-
able to bounce back. Wait, the last team they haven't lost 2 in a row since when? Can we find that out?
Gosh, it's been.
The last team to
been a while.
not go back-to-back losses or something like that.
Yeah, the ultimate
Devontae's
light
fun facts.
switch.
I know you come soon.
The
All
ultimate
their
light
losses
switch.
are on the road.
That is true.
All
They
of
are
them.
still undefeated.
They
at
also-
home.
Their
like
last, I think they have
Their last home loss was a
11
year
or
ago in the
12
regular
at
like 2
home in
away
this
from the record.
stretch. So they go home back eventually. They're already at 50.
Mm-hmm.
So 72 is
Listen,
purely in reach.
Fun fact: they don't lose at home.
That's a fact.
Well, that
Tear
is a
you
fact.
up at home with
They
that,
don't
too.
lose.
100. Anyways, so there's nothing to discuss about this trade deadline. I mean, there's nothing trade worthy. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He's not new to us. He's going to be new to y'all. Our great cameraman, he's just a friend of the crew.
I think I just come around and help out as much as
Video
possible.
guy, man.
Video guy. The man of the hour. Light-skinned brothers. You got another one with you, Byron.
He does not classify.
He doesn't classify. Ooh, there's a classification.
I don't like
No,
it.
he just said his own.
Okay, well, Ty, you're here. Hello.
I'm here.
Well, say
Nothing
hello to the
exciting
good people.
about. Hey, Flex Zone. Nothing exciting about the trade deadline at all. You knew what moves really weren't going to be made. You knew nobody was willing to take a risk on trading for Dwight Howard or Jared Sullinger's healthy, so you knew he wasn't leaving out of Boston. They need him right now. You didn't expect anything to really happen.
Brad
so.
Stevens, coach of the year.
What are our thoughts on Miami? I mean, at this point, Chris Bosh is in his health, unfortunately, is something's going wrong, and then it's another blood clot situation. I don't know. He's being reevaluated, but Miami should be.
That sucks too. After all of those little blood clot commercials he done been in too.
He done made some money with all the
It's a catch-22 with that one, I guess.
As if he didn't already make enough with that contract he got. My gosh.
I mean, Dwayne Wade's down, but Dwayne Wade's still there.
No, they're playing well as of late. I think Dragic.
But, I mean, they made...
If they're healthy, they're the second best
Pat
team.
Riley wants to win right now. There was something to degree of maybe Al Horford. If Chris Bosh can play, Al Horford is the guy that can kind of sort of play off him, and because Al Horford really is kind of the closest we might get to a center position because he really doesn't. His outside game is more. He's more inside guy. So that didn't happen. So what do we expect from Pat Riley and the crew?
I expect the Heat to blow it up next year.
I was about to say.
I see Dwayne Wade moving on. Chris Bosh might have to retire. Hassan Whiteside might not be staying.
That's a good look.
That was their best chance to get rid of him. Now he's just gonna end up walking. They just gonna end up just regularly letting him go.
They say Whiteside is new and up and coming and the man.
Hey
there.
Man, but if you're still immature, up top, you're gonna be bouncing. You're gonna be bouncing all around.
What was it, Michael Beasley? He was gone.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
what is missing with
so
these
much
guys?
talent.
Beasley, Boogie. And then you have Whiteside. I mean, granted, back when in our day, not to say we sound old or anything, but Rasheed Wallace went off every night. Rasheed Wallace played. Dennis Rodman was crazy.
Anymore.
He was.
Dennis Rodman had every personality. How many personalities did he play with on one court?
I think he ended it with 72.
I mean,
72 personalities.
look at
I think it was
his
72.
He was a woman.
His hair had personality. All those colors, all those rainbows in his hair.
He was a woman, he was a man, and
Basketball
still
isn't that
played his
physical
role
anymore.
and got 20 boards a game.
And in my personal opinion, basketball is way too friendly now. Everybody in the NBA is friendly.
I'm sure Roger agrees.
That's
I
fact.
definitely
That's
agree.
fact.
Everybody in the
That's
NBA
fact.
is
I don't know
now.
if y'all paid attention to that comment the Glove made the other day. He wouldn't stand a chance in this league now. He'd probably get kicked out. Gary Payton?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Man,
Oh,
you lead the
Glove
league.
made some.
You
The
lead
Glove
the-
said something. Where he been at?
Aw.
Watching the Sun. Playing
his
very
son
well.
play.
Play very well.
It's true.
He look good too.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Teams like the Bad Boy Pistons and the hard-hitting New York Knicks back in the day and the physical Miami
man.
Heat.
Michael Jordan said he had to bulk up to come back to play the Pistons.
That's right.
He did.
That's right. That's right.
But-
It was kill to be killed.
Jordan rules. But back to the trade
Back in those
deadline.
days.
Like I said earlier, I like what the Clippers did. They solidified themselves to actually now be able to play
Be
small
the fourth
ball.
seed to be the fourth seed in the West.
Who's going to beat them in the first round?
That's
first
what they
of all?
solidified.
Because
Memphis
Clippers aren't
no
going to do
Marc
anything.
Gasol.
Everybody get off
No,
that.
Out
yeah.
the rest of the year.
Charles
I'm telling
Barkley
you.
made declarations as well that Clippers
You
would be
gotta
the team.
look at what the team now. You can put Blake Griffin at the 5, take DeAndre off the floor, put Jeff Green, have Paul Pierce, Redick,
That's
and
funny you say that
CP3.
because what if Blake
I'm
Griffin
telling
doesn't do what he's supposed to do?
It
Because they're still
sounds-
Blake
talking
Griffin's their
about
best
him
player.
clogging
It
up
sounds good
and
on
being
paper.
nothing.
No, Blake Griffin doesn't clog out. That's DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin can score, and he can make the more
They talking
important thing.
about maybe having
Draymond
that
Green play
getaway with
defense.
Blake.
I agree with you on that one.
This will
I agree
all
with
work if Blake Griffin wasn't soft.
I don't think he's soft.
I think he is.
I just
He
think they
will
take
make
a
Draymond
they
think
take
he's
a
that
lot of cheap shots on Blake though too.
Cavante, I don't agree. I don't think the Clippers are going to put up nothing. They're not going to make any type of impact. Granted,
They
are
coulda won
still-
seven.
I mean, they are the team that ousted San Antonio. We get that. I mean, Chris Paul's on one leg, but I find it too crazy that every time we turn around, they have no go-to guy. But then you have Chris Paul, you have Blake Griffin. I mean, they have a complete team. If anything, they should be looking like the Warriors, correct?
Yeah, they should be, but like I was saying, for at least going on 2 years now, that's the most overrated team in the NBA.
I give that.
And
how much do we like Doc
but
Rivers?
everything
Ooh.
Byron is saying is absolutely true. If it happens like that,
I don't think
they don't have the Clippers just straight up. They don't have it mentally.
Yeah, I'm just saying we haven't seen it.
But you are absolutely right. If they put Blake in that right spot, shuffle DeAndre Jordan every now and then,
and Cole Aldridge, who's playing pretty well,
they have a shot. The Clippers probably do have the best shot against the Warriors on paper, but they don't have the mindset. And unfortunately, Doc Rivers is the head coach, so you got to point at him.
Shoot, they bench brought him back. That was the most bizarre ending to a game I've ever seen. Like, Steve Kerr sat everybody down. The game looked iced at this point. Reserves come in. Next thing you know, it's a 3-point game.
And it's like, oh.
At some point,
Draymond,
the Warriors,
Steph, get back in there.
Get it back out there.
Steph is the leading scorer, but sits out, what?
Most of the
fourth?
Yeah, they're
Because
gonna be
he's
well
done
rested.
damage by then.
Yeah, they're gonna be well
He's
rested.
usually done enough damage by
He's
then.
done enough damage. You don't need. Look, sit down, Steph.
Speaking of sitting, LeBron James, back-to-back. 12 points the other night.
Yeah, they
really
did.
wasn't really successful.
Well, big shout out to Detroit as well, getting Tobias Harris, one of the most underrated players in the league.
That was a good move.
Wing defender, played very well.
True. But at what point do we talk about getting LeBron, I don't know, more help he needs to be able to sit?
Does he really need more help?
I know,
he's,
right?
He's taking
has
too many
enough
3-pointers. He's shooting like 20.
He's the worst 3-point shooter in
James
basketball.
Yeah, it's like-
What is he?
not
He's above Kobe
selfish
by
enough.
2%.
LeBron James is not selfish enough.
He's not. I had to
When you look at what you're projected to be, dude, they showed your games when you were in high school on ESPN. You're designed to be the most selfish dude out there at this point of the game. People want to see you be selfish. I don't want to see you pass it off to anybody. I love Kyrie. I don't want Kyrie to take the game winning shot every game.
I do.
Show me, LeBron. Take it. And if you miss, great, cool. I'll look at it. All right, well, maybe I'm putting too much faith in LeBron. But if LeBron's not being that selfish guy that you want him to
At
be,
some point, does he say, as Michael Jordan and Kobe may have said, you know damn well I want to take this shot. I can make this shot. But I'm going to pass it to you, Steve Kerr. I'm going to pass it to you, Robert Ory. And you damn well better make this
Now
shot.
listen,
but those dudes have been selfish their entire careers. So you can't. LeBron is
And they
still
made
the
it.
night. Like I said, the NBA is too friendly.
Well, your favorite
and to
players may be on the
those-
favorite team. I'm sorry.
And I was just gonna say, and to those guys, they knew those guys could hit those shots. I've seen LeBron James give it up to Udonis Haslem.
Right. Donnie Marshall.
I'm like,
Jones.
what are you doing?
No, James Jones.
Like, what
Donnie
are you
Marshall back
doing?
then.
JR for 3, the winner.
But no, I'm not. I wouldn't be mad at JR because I know JR is a
He can hit it.
Anytime
he's a
he
streaky
plays.
3-1 shooter,
Drew
but he
Gooden.
can make it
He can
and then he
score.
can miss it. But Udonis Haslem, James Jones,
Larry
stop
Hughes.
it. Stop it.
We go through the list.
Stop
Say
it,
like
man.
Donnie Marshall.
Eric Snow.
Stop,
Eric
please.
Snow.
Hey, what video did we see Larry Hughes in the other day we was watching? What music video was it?
Oh, it was the Dilemma video.
Oh, boy.
No, man.
Well, we had to bring that up. That was a-
But a quick point there. Freddie Coleman made a good point when he was on First Take last week. LeBron.
Freddie C.
Yes,
He
indeed.
listens. Hey.
LeBron wants people to like him. And when he fails, it's like, oh, what they gonna say about me? Just if you miss the shot, you miss it. Move
But
on.
take it.
But we want
But
you
you have to
taking
take
it.
it.
Right, but I
You gotta
want
take
you
it.
taking it.
And he
I mean,
don't do
Kobe's
that.
missed what? 33. There's
Plenty of 'em.
a big
How many
number.
Right, he's missed.
Hey,
But he's
missed
made
huge
in-
amount of game-winning shot. He said it.
He's made his
Yes, he
fair
needs to
share.
go. Yes, that's what I said.
Be
Yes.
respectful.
Be respectful to the beam.
What's wrong
That's
with
right.
you, man?
Be
Who's laying a
respectful.
beam right now?
He's like
Big.
Kobe
Unfortunately-
the steak is
Hey,
well
hey,
done,
hey,
very well
Yeah,
done.
Kobe.
You will not
Hey.
disrespect
Kobe.
Kobe still
greatest-
dropping 20, okay?
second greatest shooting
Yeah,
guard in the
15
league.
on like
Not do that.
35,000
He dropped
shots.
22 the other
It's
night.
okay.
When he dropped
It's
down
okay.
under 20, that's when Kobe was
It's
supposed
okay.
to retire.
Yeah, his legs are done.
Yeah.
It's okay. But
Hey,
anyway,
but listen, man, it's not up to. I get it's easy for us to say that. Like, come on now. But we are not the ones that's been playing this whole time. Let him. I mean, he made the decision. Thank God he made the decision.
About time.
But come on, people. Like,
3
really?
years
Back to
You're
back,
doing too much.
Back season-ending injuries.
You're doing too much.
No.
Anyways, back to LeBron here. They got to find this
He needs
man
to be
some
more
time to
selfish.
sit down.
He needs,
I mean, and plus this fast
He
tempo.
take his own nights off.
This
he needs to punch
fast
somebody in the face
tempo.
in the locker room.
This fast tempo thing is a little bit different. He's not playing on the black system anymore. He's playing under
Which was what?
I don't
What
see
system
much.
was
I don't,
that?
but I don't. I don't
His
see a
system-
difference.
his
I don't see.
system-
I don't think the system changed much. Honestly,
It was like an all-star break when
It's
they was
like a
letting the
little
players
faster, like, that's
make their
it.
own plays.
it was like that, but the whole year.
Yeah.
for the
Tyronn
Cavaliers.
Lue's system is more of a fast-paced system. It's more of a system where we've seen the ball in his hands facilitating.
Black wanted to run that same
little
system, but
more.
they ain't listened to him.
Look at that.
Look at that,
Look at
man.
that.
Because
Look at that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like I
They
said,
treated Black like
Pause.
to say something.
Like Black.
I love Ty Lue, man. But come on. He's not doing that much different. It's,
sure not. Sure not.
He definitely
Man,
they
not.
just like
So
him
not.
more.
It's just that much more high paced, and you really don't see anything different out there.
You're totally right.
As
man.
far as you don't see anything different.
look like
out
they
there. It's
like
a little
each other,
faster.
at least.
It's-
At least he's not being stepped
then it's
over.
like-
No, you know why?
Shout out to Allen
because
Iverson.
Tyronn Lue can be the guy who say, "You're our coach," but not really.
He holds people. This is what I heard is the difference. He's able to hold people accountable, whereas David Blatt would have been like, "Sit down and boy, if you don't shut up."
Go at LeBron in front of everybody.
Exactly.
That's what I want to see.
Right.
Exactly. He's
We'll have
not
another
doing
coach.
They
that.
been telling him to chill.
Hey,
What
LeBron,
TV
come here.
game was that?
There'll be an
Chill,
interim
LeBron.
coach real
You
soon.
gotta chill,
let
LeBron.
Ty Lue go off in the middle of a game and yell at LeBron. I bet you there'll be a third head coach this year.
No, he'll walk him over there to that spot Allen Iverson stepped over and be like, "You remember this?"
Or maybe get Iverson on you.
And that would be horrible. Horrible.
What's up with those bed bugs in Kyrie Irving?
That's
I
a
don't know. The
setup.
Hilton
They didn't
in
want- they didn't want Kyrie to
what was
play.
that? The
That was a
Hilton in
setup.
Oklahoma City is not very
Friendly.
Killed
right now.
anybody
not.
say.
First
They
it was a.
set Kyrie up.
Why did you just come out with that the first time? You could the flu. We knew nothing was wrong with you, bro.
So you Jordan? You Jordan?
Nah,
now?
nah.
You trying to be Jordan?
Just
Jordan
say
played,
there
though.
was some.
Jordan
I mean,
played.
he purely got on TV in his face. You could see where he got bit and like, come on, bro, you got the flu. Just
want to say, Freddie said he's honored.
Oh.
Freddie said he's listening.
Thanks, Freddie.
Listening.
Hey, Freddie C. Oh my God,
that's
tell
my
my
ma-
brother I said what's
that's
up.
my
Yo.
man.
Always stay cool, Freddie.
Shout out to
Thompson
Freddie
Downs.
C.
That's right.
Moving on, people. This subject might hit a little close to home.
Oh,
I don't know yet. Come back to me of how I feel about this. But Cari Champion made her top 5 NBA players to build teams around. I think she had Westbrook on there, Anthony Davis on here, Draymond Green. Was it Michael? I'm missing
It was
LeBron.
Westbrook,
LeBron.
Anthony Davis, LeBron, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry.
When asked why Kevin Durant wasn't on her list, her answer was, he just doesn't have enough heart. Cari. Thoughts?
I agree to a certain extent. I mean, KD's a great player. Let's just say that he's a great player, but he defers to Westbrook almost every time in the clutch. I don't understand why he does that. I mean, he clearly can shoot a 30-foot jumper out of his shoes anytime he wants. He can get any shot he wants on the court. But when it comes down to crunch time, when it comes down to winning games, he defers to Westbrook. I mean, like, here, take it.
This comment, however, wasn't really about dissecting Kevin Durant. It was more about dissecting what she said. She's got a little bit of backlash. I mean, someone came to his defense in Damian Lillard.
Yep.
What did he say, people?
Damian Lillard said, and I quote, "This woman on ESPN didn't put KD on top 5 players to build around because he doesn't have heart." LMAO. Where do they find these people? Shaking my head.
Read the next
Oh,
one.
boy, there's more.
There's more.
Don't hit send.
Now,
Damian Lillard was on Twitter.
at this point, I think he realized, oh boy, I think I should tone it back a little bit.
back.
He says,
For they be burning bras in front of me.
he says, and I quote, "There's plenty women that know sports very well, but my issue is with the comment, not the gender. I'd say," and he quotes, "this guy on ESPN." And that's it. I think he realized that.
He had to stop you there.
He realized what he says.
Full
Sign out of my
disclaimer:
account.
Damian Lillard, much like Marshawn Lynch, is from Oakland. They say what they feel. I'm just being honest. They about that action, boss. Bay Area, what up?
They either say how they feel or they don't say
They ain't
anything
gonna
at
take
all.
it back.
Right.
It was
Don't
just,
run up on Dame the wrong way. You might get hurt.
It was just only a little questionable when he said this woman. Like, I mean, this.
Oh, obviously he realized it.
This
Yeah.
had to clean that up.
I'm not
Clean that
picking
up.
on the gender.
This isn't any woman. This
But if
is,
he would have addressed her personally,
this is-
it really
But
would've
but
went
yo,
Go ahead,
these
Dre.
things-
Who is it, Dre? Who is it, Dre?
This is the great Cari Champion.
Oh, wow.
You know how
I don't know.
I don't know about the great. I don't know about the great.
You know
She's
how
good.
you know
She's really
Cari
good.
Champion.
you know how I
good.
feel about some Cari Champion.
You know how you feel about a lot of
That's
women.
okay.
Great
Look,
is a bit far.
Look,
Great's a bit
I
far.
see-
Just
Woodshine.
blatantly say the
I
attractive
see, I
Cari
see her
Champion.
every afternoon while I'm in the gym, you know,
Oh,
doing my
boy.
cardio.
So
okay,
she pumps
now,
you up in the
he
gym.
now.
She gets you going in the gym.
He now.
You got you left into her every
Sports show,
word in
Dre.
the gym. Dre.
Now, but what she really said was disrespectful because you can't have a top 5 and not have KD in it. I mean, KD is in my top 5 right now. But as far as-
Well. Now, guys, please, this is slightly different. Are we talking the top 5 players or the top 5 to build around?
Top 5 to
That's,
build
that's
around.
two different things.
She said
It is,
top 5
but
to
I
build
mean,
around.
as far as my top 5 players, Kevin Durant would definitely be in it, and I don't think that he lacks heart. I do agree with Roger though. I feel sometimes it's kind of LeBron-esque where he defers too much, and in his greatness, he should be what, like Ty said, a little more selfish. When you're
Not a
that
little.
when you're that
A lot
great
more.
and have that type of size, because we haven't seen people that size of LeBron James or Kevin Durant ever in the league,
LeBron
and
was
have
running
the
the
skill
point.
set that both of those guys have.
shout out.
It's okay to be selfish,
I
and especially because Kevin Durant has the ability to be one of the greatest shooters, just like Steph Curry. He can get off any shot, especially with his height.
He's just too
I
his legs.
think
He
Kevin
can do
Durant
it.
is. I think Kevin Durant
But
is
he
the best
doesn't-
scorer
understand
in the
that.
league.
I understand that.
And there's a
But
big difference between
this
scoring and
statement
shooting.
Absolutely.
was not dissecting Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant hasn't even made a comment about it.
He hasn't.
This is about
Because,
And he
dissecting.
shouldn't. And he
because
shouldn't.
Kevin Durant in the past he has made comments. Remember, he's made some towards Skip and towards Stephen A.
lost it,
Smith.
man.
He has
Exactly.
made. He is
He's
so
lost
in
it.
So
this
we
case.
have to, in
so this
saying
case,
that,
he's
we have to
fine.
revert back to Cari because she was on the hot seat.
She was, but I think
We-
Kevin
we're not-
Durant. Kevin
We're
Durant
not
better play
even
it safe though.
we're not even discussing why not Kevin Durant should be on the list. We're discussing her making that statement. How do you feel about her making that statement?
I have no problem with her making that statement.
I'm
Some
just
would
gonna
say it
be
was
the
a little
one to say,
erratic,
There's some truth to it.
unknowing.
since it's the top 5 players to build around, let's just be honest about that. Nah.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
don't
get to the
think,
root of
I
this
don't
because you're
think
missing what I'm
Draymond should
saying.
have been in that top 5, not to build around. I get where she was going with it. I mean, he looks great in that system that he's in. Like, with everybody flooding the stuff, of course you're going to give it to Draymond.
I want to get to the root of this because the root of this is, I think you're missing this. The root of this is not dissecting again why she would make that statement. That's wrong. That's her opinion. What people are more so upset about is the non-factualness of, if that a word, non-facts of that
There
statement.
you go, making stuff up.
I'm sorry.
What?
Non-facts of that statement.
Factualness.
Non-factualness. Non-facts of that statement. I mean, they asked who else was standing next to her? I forget who was there at the time.
David Lloyd is.
Yeah, I think it
His
was David Lloyd.
answer was because of injuries.
Right.
She comes out when they ask
was
her to
legit.
defend her point. He doesn't have enough heart, and then she drops the mic.
That's
To
her
a
opinion.
degree, that's her
Exactly.
opinion. But to a degree, as a woman watching that, and I love Cari Champion. She's where I want to be. I can do nothing but look up to her. But at the same time, that's the type of statements they expect us to make. I kind of felt like she made that statement because she was put in the hot seat. She made that statement because he has no heart. What heart?
So I mean, so you don't
And
think
then
that's how
drop
she
the
really
mic.
feel?
I think that's how she
I think
really
that's
feels.
how
She
I
said
feel
like
as though,
it is.
I think that's how
and I kind of agree with her to a certain
certain point.
But in some into some defense to me, I mean, I wouldn't have as boisterous as I am. I don't think and that's and it only goes because it's not a lot of us that are in that analytic. She's trying to make that transition, and there's not a lot of us in that analytic role. I mean, look, when you look at the women that you do respect, Nancy Lieberman. You respect Jamil. Jamil's on the whole show, which she has to give her opinion. But there's only a select few of us. So if we're going to make certain statements like that, I felt like something should have been able to come behind that statement. I would have personally said, I mean, when you look at Kevin Durant, you've always looked at him in a tag team type of role. You've never looked at him by himself. And to a degree, you've seen Russell Westbrook, if Russell Westbrook's on this list and not his counterpart, because Russell Westbrook has carried them in Kevin Durant's absence. However, we will not see if he should still be put on the list by far because he is a superstar, and that's what he entails as being Kevin Durant. But we have yet to see him in that role, and we will possibly see him going, depending on how this offseason looks. You have to, I mean, it was okay to say his injuries, but it was not okay to say he has no heart. And where does that lie as far as us being in that industry? Like, I get it, but it kind of makes people look at me like, who knows what this woman might say in her mouth. Pretty face, but. And her podcast is great.
Well, I
kind of took it personal.
Let's not eradicate what she said.
But that is the story. The story is not what she said about Katie. The story is that she said that out her mouth as a point. That's the story.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is about when you say an athlete doesn't have heart. That's when it just
that's a personal thing.
That's when it goes to another level. So that's why I'm not gonna totally eradicate what she said. I mean,
eradicate.
New words.
His new word, and he told me about this word earlier, and I bust out laughing. I do apologize. But you said that I probably would laugh when you said it, and you had the nerve to use it use a vocabulary word in a sentence on the show. Well, I'll be.
Nevertheless, I mean, when you question an athlete's heart, that's when it gets athletes in a debacle. And
Kevin Durant has no heart. He was the MVP.
And Damian Leonard has come out. I'm surprised Russell Westbrook hasn't come out, and Kevin Durant just don't say anything at this point. It's just
we know how you.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't expect Russell to come out because it's always been the other way around. KD is always defending Russell. I'd never really heard it the other way around.
And there's conversations we've had about Kevin Durant, and then certain statements he's made. We like finally. Mess some stuff up, Kevin Durant.
He was wild on the media.
Man.
Yeah, he was.
One year, last year?
It was this year, too.
Oh.
He's come out with saying, I think I'm the best player in the NBA.
I'm surprised he ain't saying nothing.
His last statement was about Kobe when they were...
Yeah, treat him no respect in a nice term.
The biggest thing KD can do right now is to play his behind off and prove everybody
And you know what?
Looking
at his numbers, he averaging 28, 8, and 5. I mean, he's not having a bad year.
But here's the thing,
he's
though.
in the MVP conversation
Stephen A.
to a
Smith
degree.
said it best. He said, especially when he faces LeBron, he can fill up the stat sheet, but his issue is impact on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant.
When I think about impact from that team, I'm thinking about Russell Westbrook.
Defense.
I'm not thinking about
defense.
Everybody has that one player.
Blown
It's crazy you say that. Everybody has that one player that's their kryptonite. For a long time, a lot of people was Michael Jordan. For Kevin Durant, it seems to be LeBron James.
And for a long time, it's been players not on their team.
And that's a lot of players, though. You're playing in the era of LeBron James and now Steph Curry as well. So have fun getting a ring. I mean, these two people are going to be.
This Steph era about to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Might be a little longevity in this one, player.
Especially because as a shooter, that's not going away anytime.
And who do you guard? Do you guard me? Do you guard Clay? And then then my boy Dre.
We play 1-on-1 and hope for the best.
And let me find out.
1-on-1 and pray. 1-on-1 and pray.
And not to mention, I mean, Harrison Barnes might have a good night.
1-on-1 and pray.
Hope
for the best, baby.
Iguodala might have a good one. I mean, who do you trust?
Because it's like once a month, Steph Curry has a bad game. He has that, like once a month, you got to catch him.
He gets about 20.
Once a month.
Still get about,
Wake
like
up
you
a
said,
little
about
hungover
20.
from the night before.
There we go. Get him. Other than that,
I mean, his wife's a cook. That's some good food. I follow her on Instagram. She's good.
You taking recipe notes?
1-on-1 and pray. Thank you.
Exactly.
1-on-1 and pray.
You yell, help! And there you go.
You yell help? It's like, I can't help you. I got to stay with Clay. I got to stay with Clay. I got to stay with Draymond. It's on you.
You should try.
Shoot. But Draymond go in the middle. What you going to do? Shoot, I got to stay on Clay.
1-on-1 and pray.
3.
You dared Draymond to go for 40. That's what you do. That's the only thing you do.
Hand down, man.
Because when he's a passer, oh boy,
Ridiculous. You gotta let him.
we're all in trouble.
If you all had to make this list, the glue to the team, the guy that you build, who's on that list?
Out of that 5, or
In your own true 5.
Oh, our own true 5s.
But if you got it, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna take some people from
No,
this guy.
I give mine first. Number 5, I got Paul George. So you can definitely build
He's
a team
been doing
around him.
great.
Yes.
Dang it, darn it, for
I
you.
predicted they would make the postseason, and
Paul has
Stick
made
with it.
PG-13 has made an awesome comeback.
yes, he has.
Clap it up
And it's
for
a shame
Paul.
that
That's
he
what I
couldn't.
meant.
It's a
He's
shame he
looking
couldn't
good
come
out
back
there.
to that
Speaking
team
of trade
that
deadline,
he left.
They should have made a move. Get him some help. But that's
Yeah, I
another
thought
story.
they didn't do
They
that.
need a point
They didn't
guard.
do
George Hill, you ain't getting it done with the blonde.
Yeah, he's slow, man. He's slow. All right, number 4, Russell Westbrook. I think you can definitely build a team around him. Number 3 is LeBron. So got to put LeBron right there in the top 5. Number 2, Anthony Davis. Even though the Pelicans' injuries has kind of hurt him. And number
You
1
know what?
is-
There's still only about 5 games out of the 8 spot in the
wow.
West.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Stephen Curry.
I want to say though, when you look at guys like Russell Westbrook, granted we all see the killer instinct, but he's the number 2 guy on the team.
I don't think he's number 2.
Number 2, I mean,
number
but
two
for a
anymore.
long time we used to talk. I'm glad he got when Kevin Durant went down, he got the respect he deserved. Everybody said he jacks up shots. He should be
had
a
my
true
respect.
point guard.
I just wanna say, he had my respect.
Now leave him alone. However, in looking at James Harden's a great player. James Harden has his own team, but to me, he was never the guy to take anybody over the top. He should have stayed a backup, but he couldn't because they wouldn't pay him. What if Russell goes and that experiment shows that he really needed his brother? Are we giving the number 2 that's made the number 1 too much credit?
I don't think we are.
Anybody?
I don't
I
think
just think you look at what Russell can do on the court. He's a walking triple-double. So
Yeah.
just that
And he
alone.
is a dog.
And he's the most athletic point guard ever. So
and he's a
ridiculous.
dog.
He's not afraid.
Man,
to
he gonna
take
leave
the
it on
shot.
the
Not
floor
afraid.
every
He
night.
is not afraid.
You can guarantee if he's healthy, he's
So
gonna leave
you
everything
can
out
always build around that. If you
Yeah.
leave it all on the court, you can always build
Comes from the
around that.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant school of
You know, we
competitive
talk about a lot about the Thunder being an ISO team. He still gets, what,
10 assists.
8, 10 assists a game?
Yeah.
Triple-double.
Yeah.
And he
No,
dunks
that ain't
like he's a
things.
big man. Anyways, Ty, you're up on. Do you got 5?
My 5, LeBron. Gotta throw him in there. Let's see. LeBron, Steph. I got a particular order?
It doesn't matter. Whatever
Okay,
way you want
LeBron,
to go, brother.
Steph, AD, because, I mean, at 59, we're not even talking about that. Russell, and why can't I build around Harden? You really feel like they gave everything to build around Harden?
I'm not a. When it comes to James Harden, I know you have a scoring machine. We know he plays no defense, but at the same,
No,
and when you talk about the West, I mean, he's in the Western Conference. He's made
He
Houston.
like blatantly doesn't play no defense.
All
He's
James
made-
Harden is,
He's
all
made
James
Houston.
Harden
on the
is,
court sometimes.
he's just Kobe from them years where Kobe had nobody. He was just dropping 40 every night. That's all he is.
Exactly,
Right
so
now. He's
to-
Kobe from years
He's
ago.
Kobe
Where he was
from
to a
dropping
certain
D, man.
40.
degree,
Kobe plays
if he
D.
had legitimate, and then they get, I mean, granted, Dwight Howard hasn't been the Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard had the chance to be the guy that made big men not die. I mean, they didn't even
was
put the
supposed to be
centers
the
on the
next-
ballot, on the All-Star ballot. But at the same time, you have Dwight Howard, and you blatantly don't even try to utilize him as someone to help you.
Gotta stay healthy.
Even healthy or not, I mean, at least get him invigorated to want to continue to.
That's Dwight's
You
fault.
have to be the you, and I hate to say this because you're a grown man. You're a grown man. I shouldn't have to pump you up every game to play. However, if James Harden is really that true superstar and guy to build around, I'm gonna work with Dwight what I got. I mean, Dwight and hopefully Dwight can handle me. I mean, he couldn't handle Kobe, but I mean, you had a shot, and then you.
Or we just gonna overlook that Dwight is just not the player that he was projected to be.
That too. Byron, you're next up.
He's just not.
I mean, just to keep it moving, I agree with her list. Just take Draymond and put KD on.
Thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I
I want you
agree.
to argue. You're not arguing. You're just
No.
saying why
I
you're
mean,
right.
I just
I'm reading
think
your shirt.
I just think Draymond in this case. I just think Draymond should not be there. Like he's playing awesome right now. Don't get me wrong, but the past probably year and a half, he's been playing awesome. But build a team around like that's my starting piece. No,
the versatility.
No,
are they giving
not at all.
Are they giving him too much props too soon too?
Like I said, on a year and a half. Long. It's all about longevity. What have you done for me lately? What are you doing for me now? That's the name of the game. And that's sports across the board. I don't think Draymond should be there. Definitely put in KD. I wouldn't say he doesn't have heart because that's very disrespectful coming from an athlete. Because he only played this game his whole life. Like to say he doesn't have heart is.
And did you see his MVP speech?
It's crushing.
What?
There's a little
Folks are still talking about it.
I'm still crying about
that.
it. And when he finished that and looks at his mom, like, come on, man.
Shoot,
How many
I call my mother right
I
now.
thought
Like-
Steph Curry was too friendly.
Ernest
These
the
last
Cat.
couple ones was too friendly. Like that actually meant something to him.
And
That came from the heart. Go ahead.
especially also with Monty Williams' wife passing away. I know
Yeah, that
the
was
Yeah,
timing
he
of
was a
that
little
too. I
emotional,
was
too.
thinking
That's not
about
cool.
that. For
Well,
Curry,
if you-
not the best choice.
If you think he's heartless now, Kanye West, check these next couple of games. Because shout out to Cari, you might have reinvigorated the boy.
I hope
Go
so.
ahead, Dre.
I hope
My,
so.
mine would be no particular order: LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Davis. If we had to put an honorable mention in there, I would put Kawhi Leonard in there. If I had another choice, but those are my.
They say
definitely
he's
see
so
that.
quiet, and then he goes out there and goes off, and then he comes back.
And
Yeah, it was a
Kawhi,
good game.
He's a Spurs.
He doesn't. Yeah, I would say he doesn't
He's a
say
Spur.
nothing. There's nothing.
Right under that,
The first time
David
I
Robinson, Tim
the first
Duncan
time I ever saw Tim Duncan pommel the ball because he was upset, I was like, "Oh my god,
Is that emotion?
is that's something?" Did he turn a little red?
Well,
Slap the floor.
Are we on the air?
Slap the floor.
I remember
Made
that. I was
that
like,
man
"Whoa!"
Yeah.
I know about Kawhi though. He's the only dude I know who can wear cornrows and get away with it.
Hey man, when you
Nah,
were Finals
that
MVP,
good,
No, look, it's three people: Kawhi, ASAP Rocky, and Pusha T. They all can get away with
They can
it.
get
They
away
cool with it.
And then,
You don't ever want to see Pusha cut his hair.
and then one time, Trey Songz. But anyways, my five are this.
Whoa.
Anyway, my five is this: Paul George, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and surprise, surprise, Karl Anthony Towns.
That's a good
No
one.
surprise.
That's a good one.
Wow,
I like that.
Rookie
I
of the
like
year.
them.
Rookie of the year.
What? No
Definitely
AD?
rookie of the year.
No AD?
I thought you said
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was missing. Okay.
we're on the close here. I wanted to bring up this question, but I feel like we shouldn't talk about it until we get those Twitter results last week. So, simmering, don't talk about it, though. Derrick Rose possibly could be the first player in NBA history to win MVP and not be a Hall of Famer. That goes into our Twitter question. This show's over. Guess what? We did a good job. And I'm on time. Holla at your girl. Anyways, don't forget we want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. And every time I think of this True Sound song, I think I have to give Cavante,
Yes.
do you have any fun facts?
I got one because it's kind of slowed
Before
down.
we
in
end,
sports.
I don't want to do the closing credits without that.
I do have one. Anthony Davis is leading the NBA in PR play efficiency rating at the age of 22 with 30.
You work that unibrow, boy. You go.
30.89 to be exact, but he's leading the NBA.
Get him some help.
No, they
Anyways,
just got to stay healthy.
and stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Stay
That would
healthy.
be great.
Give us some Gerald talk.
Okay, we're moving on. We want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Don't forget to like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope at The Flex Zone 1. If you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, you can always send us an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Flex Zone, as well as to us on SoundCloud and on iTunes. Tonight's show is executively produced by Andre Melton. You do a great job every week, my brother. Our senior producer is Crevante Hurd. Holla back. Oh, we did something so great today. We went to our favorite professor here at Morgan State University.
Eric
Tried to get
Dodson.
some interns. Shout out to Mr. Professor Dodson.
How'd it go?
Oh, man, the room's so high-tech now. They got touch screens and all type of stuff in there now.
It is great.
You know darn well that's your boy, Brian H. Waters. He talked about you and you wasn't even there. Anyways, our associate producer is me. We want to thank Ty. We want to thank Brian the Waters for coming through. And as always, tune in next week as we debate Are you happy with The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania in the Hell in a Cell match? So you have that to simmer down on.
Here comes the money.
Because I'm assuming you'll be, Dwayne will be here too, right? Dwayne Allen will be here.
I'm not sure.
Mr. T, the Allen. Did y'all think of that? Like,
Shout out to Dwayne, though.
Well,
But
he
shout
be
out, but shout out to Dwayne. Definitely.
Your Lakers ain't getting better, baby. Jump off the ship while you can.
so we have a wrestling
Playoffs.
teaser. And we also have Derrick Rose as a teaser as well. Again, thank you to Ty. Thank you to Brian the H. The Waters. And I'm going to say it like I said every week. I don't care if it rhymes. It's mine. I'm Mikkel like Kevin McKellen. It's over. Show's over.
Hey. When the house is on fire, take the women and children and get out. Like that, we go.